Good evening, I'm Kyle Person. Coming up next on News 20 at 11, find out why Tallahassee residents will see a drop in their utility bill, what amendment you can see on your ballot in the upcoming election, and what local politician fell victim to the national meningitis outbreak. We have that and more. Your News 20 at 11 starts right now.
From the highest of 7 hills in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend, this is the award-winning News 20 at 5, live.
With the election coming up in a little over 2 weeks, Amendment 2 is the focus for veterans in Florida. Amendment 2 will allow veterans that were not Florida residents when they enlisted property tax exemptions on their homes. Right now, the exempt only applies to veterans that enlisted in the state of Florida under Amendment 7 in 2008. Amendment 2 will bring more veterans to Florida and stimulate the economy. Communications Director for the Department of Veteran Affairs, Stephen Murray, gives us finer details on Amendment 2.
Florida's veterans who are 65 and older will benefit greatly from Amendment 2. Amendment 2 is a property tax exemption that recognizes their service-connected disability as far as a property tax percentage decrease.
To even see the voter ballot has been threatened in many states because of controversial voting laws. According to the Supervisor of Elections, Ian Sancho, 4,000 more African Americans are registered to vote in 2012 than in 2008 in Tallahassee. The city's 51,000 registered African American voters are the largest in the history of Leon County. You can call the elections office to check your voter's registration status at 606-VOTE. Make sure your voice is heard on November 6th. A lower utility bill is the question, and natural gas might be the answer. The price of natural gas is decreasing and it powers Tallahassee's power plant. Experts say the savings will produce a $100 million boost in the local economy. If a resident switches to natural gas appliances, the city of Tallahassee is offering rebates for the change. The city will also connect gas from the street to the house for no charge if a customer uses a natural gas heater or furnace. To find out more about the rebates and natural gas savings, visit talgov.com. Expectant mothers might want to change their lifestyle before they affect their offspring. Courtney Wallace has the story.
Some Florida mothers are getting high on drugs and not alone. It's being passed to their unborn. The Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration reported 354 babies with withdrawal symptoms in 2006. In 2010, it skyrocketed to 1,374. Illegal drugs aren't the only source. Prescription medicine is becoming popular too. Dr. McKendrick says it's essential for mothers to become properly nourished, especially during pregnancy. The use of drugs has a negative effect on the fetus.
Being addicted when they were born, and so their bodies are having to withdraw from the drug. Doesn't say that these children don't recover, because they do, and they have.
Long-term symptoms include ADD, ADHD, or a delay in motor skills. Kids are full of energy and they need the proper exercise to grow and be healthy. Latoya suffers from long-term symptoms.
My mom was pregnant with me. She was on drugs. And because of that, I have ADHD and my vision is completely off. And throughout childhood, I have dealt with mental health issues, such as panic attacks.
Florida has an increase in drug-addicted babies. There's many ways to help prevent this problem. However, members of both the House and the Senate have recognized this problem and have presented bills to be passed. I'm Courtney Wallace with Family TV 20.
Thank you, Courtney, for that story. To keep the focus on the little ones, Leon County is expanding their classroom portables. This is due to the increasing enrollments and state forcing limits on class size. But lowering the class size is also affecting teachers' opportunities of getting a raise. Assistant Principal of Leon High School, Sarah Hembry, is not pleased with the impact it's having on education. She says the school has fewer classes they can offer and new courses they can introduce to students. A local state senator is recovering from being hospitalized with meningitis. South Georgia Senator John Bullock has been admitted to Archibald Medical Center in Thomasville. He is receiving treatment and is responding well. More than 100 cases have been reported nationally, with about a dozen deaths. The FDA announced today they are advising medical professionals not to use any products manufactured by the New England Compounding Center. President of NECC, James DeVita, offered his words of sympathy.
On behalf of the board, I want to express our deepest sympathy for the patients and their families who have been impacted by this tragedy.
Coming up next, we have an update on the Miami parking garage collapse, the highlights of the vice president debate, and how cockroaches took a man's life. We will be right back.
Every day, our brave troops and their families stand up for us.
For years, we've asked so much of so few.
Now we have a chance to serve these heroes.
To give time, offer comfort, or lend a hand.
To ease the burden on a military family.
Let's honor their service by volunteering ours.